Hey, well, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Players Corner, and it is brought to you by Deerwood Bank. And Deerwood Bank has been helping Minnesotans with all of their banking needs since 1910, with 13 locations throughout Minnesota, including 2 locations in the St. Cloud area. Deerwood Bank is proud to partner with Husky Athletics, the Players Corner, and Deerwood Bank, member FDIC. Guys, it's time for another episode. This week, joining us is Spencer Meyer. Welcome, Spencer, and hopefully we'll get off a lot to talk about today. Hopefully not too much quarterback talk. We're done with that. Will, what do you have to say about quarterbacks? Now's your time.
All I got to say is tank for Trevor. I've been saying it for a few weeks now. There are some haters when I started the campaign, but I think I have a few more followers. So tank for Trevor.
There we go. And Spencer, welcome to the show. Feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Spencer Meyer, as you just said. I'm from Sartell. This will be my junior year, and I'm looking forward to it. Also about QB talk, I've said it for years. I'll keep saying it. Kirk Cousins is a horrible QB. He's bad. So that's my take on the Vikes.
And he's like a self-hating Vikings fan. Like, he hates the Vikings, but they're his team.
No, I love the Vikes. I just know that Kirk will not lead us to that ring. He won't.
I'll stand by his backing up for it. I mean, he's got the Vikings banner in the background. Can't really call him a fake fan or
exactly.
No, he just hates them. Yeah.
No.
But I agree. I mean, Kirk Cousins is no Nick Foles. We all know it. I mean, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'll give Spenny credit. He's been hating on Kirk for a while, so it's not like he just hopped on the bandwagon of the hate Kirk train. Like, he's been on it for a while.
He's the conductor of
he made it be the conductor, train. So I'll give him credit on that.
Hey, that train is rolling. Choo choo.
And a boy.
Yeah.
Spencer, do you find yourself on the pickleball courts with these two pickleball almost pros, I guess I should say?
You know what? That's a funny question you asked, because I have asked these guys to invite me every time that they go, and every time, besides once, I got the invite once, and the rest of the time they just blew me off. But the one time I did play, Ham was not there, so I cannot attest to his skills. But Fitzy is a very good player.
Thank you, Spenny. Thank you.
Let me just stop him right there. I don't know, Spence hasn't been, around a lot of pickleball players, so to call Kevin a professional might be a little extreme. So I don't know.
First off, you didn't call me professional. Second off, the last pickleball rankings, Will, I think you're still a little bitter that somebody ranked me higher than you. I think that's what this is.
It's probably you. That's probably
it was not me. It was not me, and it could have been Seamus.
Prove it.
I think on the ride home, I think on the ride home, Ham, they all said that you were just kind of
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they would try to stir the pot like that. But like I said, I won't even play anyone one-on-one unless they beat Kevin. And I don't even know who's beat Kevin recently. So I'm looking to dust off the paddle and play someone, but no one's been up to the challenge recently.
Kevin, would you guys place Spencer above the dead squirrel with a racket on the Powerball rankings?
Yeah,
that's tough.
I haven't seen him play. But I've seen the squirrel play, and he can't be worse than the squirrel.
Or we had a good game.
I have to say the squirrel has been practicing. I've seen him at the courts. He's been putting in the work, but I think Spencer is better than the dead squirrel. Spencer's actually not bad. It does also not help him that he uses the worst paddle. His paddle's not good, but
it's gritty.
Spenny's super athletic. He's a good player.
It's gritty. It's a wood paddle. It's gritty. It's my type. It's my style of play. Just gritty.
I like that, Spenny.
And as Minnesota's seen its first couple of snowfalls outside, Kev, how's the hair coming in? See you in a winter hat, but hair coming in all right?
Thick. Nice and thick, Nick. Yeah, it's I'm due for a haircut here soon, but it's looking really good.
Now, are we thinking about going back down to a 0 or?
No. I got the sides down to a little 2, and I'm just letting the top run free for a little while. That's gonna be my plan of action.
There you go.
Kev's not going back down to the 2 just for the fact that his girlfriend might get too pissed at him.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, that's a reality. Does she not like it? Yes. No one's debating that. But I'm just gonna let it run wild for a bit and see where it gets me. I mean, there's nowhere to go but up from here. I feel like.
There you go. And I guess the main topic of today's episode, on Friday, the NCHC announced a hub in Omaha to start the season, targeting December 1st.
Omaha!
How do you guys feel? Kevin's excited.
I'm excited! Bubble! Woo! Give it up for the bubble, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. It's exciting, and it's exciting that they announced something. I know it was kind of in the works for a while, and we didn't know where it was going to be, whether it was going to be in Grand Forks or Omaha. So nice that they got a spot, and it should be fun. It'll be like an NHL schedule, 10 games in 21 days, I believe. So we'll be playing a lot of games. I know the guys are excited to get back into game action, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
excited.
I'm with them. We're all just pumped, and I think the most exciting thing is that we actually have a date to play, and we have a plan now. So we're not just wondering what's gonna happen for the year. So we're all pumped, and the NHL went through it, and it worked, and we hope to do the same.
And we've seen a lot of success through the NHL and the NBA in their respective bubbles. And specifically in the NCHC, there's, every season there's talk about the environment that the Ralph or the Herb can bring to the table. What do you guys feel when you guys play Omaha in Baxter? What's kind of that environment like?
I've only played there once. That was freshman year, but that actually was when that big snowstorm was going through. So the atmosphere there wasn't that many people there because there was like 10 feet of snow that fell that night. So I didn't really get to experience the full effect, but we did win the Penrose that night, so it was a good trip. And but yeah, that's about all I know about that place.
Yeah, I love Omaha. Super nice town. They have a nice little village right outside the rink. I don't know if we'll be able to go there. Probably not because of the bubble. But yeah, super nice rink. I think the rink's pretty new. They have a nice practice rink there too. But yeah, I love the Omaha trip.
Yeah, it should be good. I don't know. I mean, I still don't know if they're going to be able to have fans or how many fans are going to be able to come in. So it'll be interesting, what the atmosphere will actually be like during these games. So yeah, it'll be a new experience for everyone involved. So, but we're still excited. We're excited that we can play some games and get back to the NCHC play for sure.
Now, Spencer, you talked about the trip down, and I saw some smirks and some laughs from the rest of the guys. Was this the infamous Coach Gibby trip on the way back?
That was that trip. That was a trip where we got stuck, and as Coach Gibb tweeted out, I think he said we had prison food, but it was just a normal restaurant with really good food. So that was the infamous trip. Yep.
That's just Coach Gibb for you. Like the guy, he's amazing. He can make up some great stories. Like he's Gibb is all time.
Dude, whatever it takes, Gibbs gonna fire the room up. Gibbs a straight energy guy and provoke energy, so he'll do whatever needs to be done to get the room going, and he did for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll play a little game and it's a modified version of Desert Island, so to speak. If you have 3 essential items in your apartment to bring down to Omaha to keep kind of the morale up in those type of terms, what 3 things are important to you and kind of set you apart from the rest of your teammates? What 3 items would you bring down as you guys are going to set up in the hub?
Wow, that's a tough question. Anybody got 3 on the top of their mind?
I'm thinking about
probably bring my dumbbells, my protein, and I'm totally kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know, Nick. You love putting us on the spot. I would say
bring my schoolwork and my homework because that comes first.
And a calculator.
So I think I'd bring my laptop for sure, and then I think I would bring. Obviously, geez, you really like putting us on the spot. I mean, I think
Yeah, like maybe a heads up next time would be great.
Okay.
I think I'd probably bring, my wallet if we can go somewhere,
I hope you bring your wallet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then like, I don't know, maybe a few, few snacks that you
Meh.
can,
I knew you were gonna say that.
just
I'm with
in
you.
case you can't go somewhere to grab something that you might want instead of the hotel. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I would bring my computer for sure, just for homework wise. I would bring a pair of headphones because you never know who your roommate's going to be. Like sometimes your roommate's very talkative and you just want your own little space. So you need to make sure you have the headphones. Plus, it's a long bus ride out there. And if you've ever gone on an 8-hour bus ride without headphones, it's terrible. So definitely bring in the headphones.
I'm going to scratch the wallet and put headphones.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm with Spenny. You got to bring an assortment of snacks. I'm a big snacker, and if you get hungry on this 8-hour trip, it's a long time. So I'm going with snacks as my final item.
I'm bringing three things: hairbrush, hair gel, shampoo. Just kidding. I'm bringing my computer to do my schoolwork, my iPad to watch some Netflix because I can't do it on my computer. And my third thing, my PlayStation Portable. I'm bringing it back to 2007. I'm bringing NHL 7, Madden 12, and I got like a couple other games. But yeah, I'm gonna have to dust that bad boy off. I haven't used it in a while.
PSP.
You bring it out on road trips, Kev?
I used to like freshman year for like flying trips, but then my hands would just get too sweaty. I don't like flying. My hands would get too sweaty and they'd slip everywhere. So I haven't. I'm gonna have to dust it off. It's been a while.
Those things were way ahead of their time.
Oh yeah.
When Sony launched those, nobody like you were either super dorky or just insanely cool if you had one.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you were, Kev, but
yeah, probably the latter. I'm just kidding.
But no, I mean, those are all good items. I think one thing that I definitely couldn't like not have with me if I were to go into a bubble for who knows how long, hats are a definite thing. It's very rare that I'm not wearing a hat, and those are, I don't know, just something that I always have. Bring my watch. I always use a watch. If I'm not wearing my watch, it drives me nuts. I'll like look down at my wrist and nothing's there, and then I'll get frustrated that I have to take the extra 3 seconds to pull my phone out of my pocket or look at a wall. But once you like, I don't know, you guys watch wearers, does that ever catch you guys on the same thing? Like,
Yeah. I used to wear a watch. I used to wear like a Fitbit, and I'd always be like checking the time. And then we just made the switch. A couple of us have these Whoop bands, like tracking devices. They're really nice. They're like really cool and really useful. But when I first switched, they don't have a clock or anything on them. It's just like the band. And I'd always be like, oh, there's nothing on here. So yeah.
That's like a double negative. You don't have a watch on, but you still have like the weight of what you've been used to wearing for who knows how long.
Yeah, it's messing with my mind.
And then yeah, I'd have to go with Will with the headphones. Like, if I'm ever walking around campus, you have to have headphones just because it's even though it's a short walk, it's a very, very boring walk without kind of anything in your head to listen to. Just a reminder, this Players Corner episode is brought to you by Deerwood Bank. Deerwood Bank has been helping Minnesotans with all of their banking needs since 1910 with 13 locations throughout Minnesota, including 2 locations in the St. Cloud area. Deerwood Bank, member FDIC, is a proud sponsor of Husky Athletics and the Players Corner. So, I mean, is there any other, like, obviously we're all excited that you guys are going to be able to start playing, but any other, like, emotions that you guys have felt either individually or as a team? Just kind of like, what's the message been like throughout the whole group as you guys got this great news?
I just know talking to the guys, like, it's been so nice to finally put a date on when we're like going to have games. And not that like we're kind of lacking anything before in practice, but I feel like now like practice and workouts, you just have like some extra motivation, I guess, to actually like finally set like a real date.
Yeah, I think what I said before, like if we finally have a real date to look forward to and to work towards. So now we're not just practicing without uh, a, a date to make sure we're ready to go. So now we have to be ready to go by December 1st, I believe, and it's go time right now, because as Ham said, it's 10 games in 21 days or something. So we got to be ready for that.
Yeah, for sure. It's exciting. I know that the guys are excited for sure, but I think the mentality right now is like, all right, let's start ramping it up, and we're going to start picking things up a little bit. And, we'll keep working on our conditioning, because it's going to be a lot of games in very few days. So we got to be ready for that, and we got to have everyone ready, because we're going to need everybody in this 21-day stretch. So it'll be definitely something that I don't think we'll forget, because I don't know if we'll, to say this will be done again in college hockey, it might never be done again. So it's kind of a cool experience, that we'll be able to do something like this.
And you talked about it, Will, the conditioning, mentally and physically. What's it going to take for you guys to get ready to play on December 1st after, you guys have had a crazy long extended off season, whether it was the season ending early last season in Western, or, you guys would already have 8 games underneath your belt already. How do you get ready now that you actually have the date?
Yeah, I don't know. The big transition for sure will be that normally in a college hockey season, you have a week to prepare before every game. So having those quick turnaround dates, you're going to have to quickly forget about whether we win or lose, hopefully win the previous game, and, shift your mentality towards the next team, because you can't, hang on these things for too long, because before you know it, you're getting ready for the next one. So I think for us, we're going to take it one game at a time. We're not going to look at it as a 10-game streak. We're just going to look at that first game, attack it, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think physically, like Will said, we're gonna have to make sure our conditioning, we're in good shape. We're physically ready to play 10 games in those 21 days. But I think mentally, I don't know about you guys, but this is like Christmas, or I think Hanukkah. I don't know how long Hanukkah is, but 10 games in 21 days, I think that's awesome. I think we're all super excited for that. I've heard it's going to be like an NHL schedule, so I think that's just super cool. And honestly, the more games we can play, I think that's the best.
Yeah, 100%. We haven't played for a while, so the more games, we love that. And if we push ourselves, coach likes to have pretty up tempo, up and down the ice practices. So if we just push ourselves each day, I think we should be ready to rock.
Awesome, guys. Well, definitely looking forward to it. I remember the emotions that I had when all of the sports came flooding back. There wasn't really a moment on TV where we didn't have sports to watch. And I know come December, that's going to be a lot of my schedule, is obviously following you guys. And it'll just be good to watch college hockey again in December. So, guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode of the Players Corner. Thank you for your time, and we'll catch you next week.